All right, so this is the Mastering Black Excellence. And so today, Julia, how do you say your last name? Because I do not want to say it wrong.
Addo.
Addo. Okay. Addo. So we are talking with Juliet Addo. So just to get started, can you just share your background with us?
Okay, so I'm Juliet Addo and I'm in Ghana. Yeah, I'm from Ghana and I live in Ghana. So I'm a college student in my final year and I actually just finished a presentation just now. Yes, I'm a college student in my final year. I'll be done in October and I'm reading environmental and safety engineering. And I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since 2020, yes. And I started with making skincare and I moved into wigs and I saw persons too. The skincare is basically my sister and I, we started around lockdown and we've actually progressed. And with the hair, was also started during the lockdown and I started importing hair and making wigs for people to sell. And that is basically it. The first one I just started this year and actually I was just setting up to today and everything is. So that's all about me at the moment.
Okay, that sounds great. Look, congratulations, first off. Look, so many great things. And of course, you know, being in school, getting done, like I remember those days. Like I was like, oh my gosh. But look, I'm so excited. So during your time in lockdown, you said you started off in skincare with your sister.
Yeah.
So what made you kind of transfer over to do hair?
Hair. Okay. I think it was just enthusiasm because around that time, I think before the lockdown, I had a stylist and she moved out of town to another town and I didn't get anyone to do the wig like how I wanted it to be. So I was like, let me just go to YouTube and learn how to do it myself. So that's why it started. It was like practice. And eventually I got the knack of it and I started doing stuff for family and friends and I was like, oh, I can actually make something out of it. So it started with something and eventually, gradually, it was because of school, I'm not able to do it on a large scale or something. But then once in a while, I get orders and all that, and I combine it with the skincare and yes. So that's it. That's why I chance. So it's not like I've left the skincare. I actually do it still, but then because I'm in school and everything, so I try to combine both at the same time with my family helping as well.
Okay, that's nice. So like it started out of necessity, right? And then it kind of led into, okay, well, we can make some extra money doing this. And then like a family business, which is always great, right? Being able to get the income from something that, you know, you just was tinkering with. So I love that. Of course, you also told me, I remember you were saying that you made the nails, right?
Yeah, I recently, yeah.
And so do you still do those as well?
Yeah, I just received some packaging here. I have some bills here. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like I have a whole box here. I've yet to launch it online. So yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. I have a skincare here too. And this how we've branded it to the new skin. This black soup and this body butter. So,
yes.
So I do the designs myself and I just print them out and that's all. I know a little bit of graphic design, so it helps me in my business as well.
No problem. You'll have to send me the link too so we can add it in the book. We can get that promotion out there.
Sure. Yeah. So we just started social media for them, so I'll send you the links for that.
Perfect. All right. So through this journey, because you say you've been doing this for 2 years, has there been a time where you felt like it was just overwhelming having this business, especially being in school and you know what I'm saying, so many things? Like, have you felt very overwhelmed and like, how did you get through that process?
Yeah, sometimes you just feel like giving up because you can't just, although I have people helping me and all, but then it just overwhelms because it's not just one business, it's like 2 or 3. and I'm trying to combine both with academics. And sometimes school demands so much, engineering, so it demands so much that sometimes I want to just leave it and just do what I want to do, just be employed. But then there's one thing that keeps pushing me is I want to reach the state where I can also provide jobs for people, not just me going out to seek for them. I don't want to do job hunting. I want to be able to also be an inspiration to someone and also make someone get some money. So some of these things motivate me like I'm someone's hope. So I have to keep going. Like, and I have the motivation through that in little by little, being creative here and there, adding some pinks here and there. Like, it makes me excited while doing it. So things doesn't just become boring. And if I'm so bored sometimes, once in a while, you just hold on, like you just take a break, like 1 week, 2 weeks, sometimes a month before I come back again. My hair, what's the point? I took a long break, like 3 to 5 months before I came back because I had to attend to school stuff and I couldn't actually add it up. But then it's not like I've left it. I just come back to it and I continue. So it's a gradual process. Maybe I might not have it like how people do it every day and they're having thousands of sales. But I believe that as I started, because I'm still in school, eventually it's going to get better. And when I'm done and I'm looking at 5 years from now, like everything to go smoothly, having a lot of people to work and support it and like a team to work with is going to be amazing. So it keeps me going that way.
Yes, look, I love it. And that is so true. Like, I know personally, you know, it is sometimes things can be difficult when you have so many things going on, but
Yeah.
that is so true. Like, just sometimes you do have to let it go and come back to it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely agree with that. And the thing about it, there is a certain joy that you have when you can think like, okay, this is not just for me. And I read this book who said this, one of the speakers, dang, I was trying to think who was it, but one of the books I was reading, they were like, usually millionaires make other millionaires. And that's what you do along the way because you have to employ people. You know what I'm saying? You have to reach out, you have to ask for help. So that's definitely amazing. I read this book, it's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. And one of the quotes from the book was, failure is always the same. I'm paraphrasing, right? Failure is always the same, but success looks different for every person. So what does success look like for you?
Okay, success is not just having what I want to do in mind and being able to accomplish it, but then I feel that success is being happy at the end of what I'm doing, because it's more like you might be targeting something, but at the end, if you get it and you're still not happy, I feel like then there's more to do, then you've not reached your optimal, like ultimate goal. But then in doing it, if you find that happiness and that peace, even at a little stage, and I believe that if you should actually embrace every little victory. So me, that's how success looks to me. Yes, the little things that I do, I don't see them as like, even if I fail along the line, I'm happy because it pushes me to do more. I love challenges, and challenges push you out of your like your comfort zone, and it brings a little success, and you keep going, you keep going. So all these little victories, I see them as success, and yes, I'm still going.
I love it. And the thing about it too is a lot of people don't celebrate those small wins. And the small wins are kind of, I feel, they encourage you to keep going. Just like what you're saying. Like you have to celebrate the small victories because they're still a win regardless, you know?
Yeah.
So through all of this, through your ups, through your downs, who has been, well, it's a two-part question.
Okay.
Who has been your greatest inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
And then who also motivates you to keep going? So who's your inspiration and who motivates you?
Okay, I don't really have anyone that I'm really looking up to in the world, but when I see Black women making it in life, I feel like I can actually get there. So it's not like one specific person, but then when I see because a little bit of each, all these people's stories make up a complete motivation for me. So from someone's struggle to someone's achievement to someone's progress, everything put together, when I see them on TV, when I see how they share their experience on Clubhouse, like these little things is what motivates me that I can actually get there. So not like just one person, but Black women in general motivating, because there are people that have reached the peak and we all aspire to get there. So if they can do it, then I can do it.
Yes. All right. So we're coming to the end. So let me double check. Look, I had a list of questions from my students, so I want to make sure
Okay.
that I hit, some of the good ones.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do two more questions. The first one that they have, what is, I feel like we kind of answered it, but you may put a little bit different. What is something that you do not like about being an entrepreneur?
Okay, something I do not like about being an entrepreneur. Okay, I would say the part where you have to take videos and pictures a lot. In terms of social media, not I'm afraid to come on social media, but like sometimes you just get that one picture, you have to take like 100 photographs. Like some of the product photos that I take of my soap and my body butter and all that, like sometimes you have to take, like the sunlight is not good and all that, like it kind of makes it, and when it's raining you can't really, the weather is not so bright enough, even with the ring light still it's not so like how you want it and all that. So I think that that is what makes it difficult for me as a business, as an entrepreneur. But then apart from that, I think all of them is little challenges, so it doesn't really bother me that much, and I know that I will pass through so far as someone has done. But then the other challenge too I would say is being in school and handling both the business side and being a student. Yes, sometimes it's just so stressful, like stressful. It's very stressful. But then after the semester goes, you just forget about it. You don't remember what happened and how you go through it. Especially when it's exams time and someone wants to buy from you, delivery and all that. But then I think it's just a phase, so I'll pass through.
Right. Yes. All right. And then the last question, what is something that you would tell a young individual? I teach middle school.
Okay.
So what is something you would tell someone in middle school or high school to encourage them to live their dreams?
Okay, so I want them to identify their potential in life by one, what makes them happy. When I see art things, it makes me happy. So I'm doing things related to, I design my own things, I put things together like the nails and all that. They are aspects that make me happy. So find what makes you happy and you're going to get peace with it, and try and build on that. See if you can get a career out of it. If you have a career in mind already, don't limit yourself to what the book or however that you are taught. I think that you can, everyone's mind is so amazing and larger. You can actually think outside and bring something creative out of it. And also it's never too late. I'm just 23 and you can do anything that you set your mind to, no matter what. You just have to focus. And along the line, when you lose track, make sure that you are writing every process down, like the step, what you want to do by this and this, so that you can always go back to the book and know where you went off, know where you did wrong. And at the end of the year, always try and do a review if you were able to achieve it, or if you were unable to, what the plans you put in place. I think some of these things are going to keep you in check and build your future very well.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I love that. Like, I love everything that you said. I'm like, you're on point. Look, you are on point, and I totally agree. I so appreciate you for joining me today. So thank you so much.
Thank you too. I'll send you the links of the various pages of my businesses and add photographs for you.
Okay, perfect. And you should get I'm gonna stop the recording.